My name's Shirley and I run the Real Junk Food project over here in Wigan. Our cafe is called the Fur Clemt Cafe. People always ask me why Fur Clemt, what does that mean? But Fur Clemt is a Wigan dialect for very hungry. So if you're from Wigan, you know Fur Clemt Cafe is where you go when you're very hungry. Three organisations came together. It was Food Positive, which is my organisation, Wigan Parish Church and The Brick, which is our homeless charity in Wigan. And we were concerned about holiday hunger, kids in school getting a free meal, and during the school holidays. There are some statistics that show that they lose weight during the school holidays. So we wanted to put on a meal for families during the summer. And we did that, and it was so successful that we decided to look for a permanent base. We get our food mainly from local wholesalers, short-dated stuff that's maybe only got 3 days on it that can't go out to the shops or the restaurants, and generally it would be thrown in the bin. And that's where we come in, because we've got 3 days to use that food in the cafe, so we take it off their hands and use it to cook meals for local people. I run the cafe, right, but we're mainly volunteer run, so it can be a bit ad hoc. So some days we might only have 4 people in trying to cook for 80 people, and then other days you've got 20 volunteers and you struggle to find them all a job. So yeah, it's volunteer run. Well, in our first 8 months we've done 37 tonnes of food and we've made 15,000 meals. Pretty amazing, really. Oh, we've had so many people telling us different tales. One lady said that because she can come here and get her vegetables and her potatoes, she can now afford to buy a chicken, and they hadn't had a Sunday roast in months. So she said now they've gone back to having a Sunday roast. Another lady said her kids had a much better Christmas because she was able to save more for Christmas by getting their food here. One dad brings his kids' school friends for tea on a Thursday, because we do a family tea, because he can't afford to take the kids home for tea, but you can bring them here and they all come and have tea together and sit round a table. It's another thing lots of people are saying, they don't have a table at home, so it's the only opportunity the kids get to come, sit round a table and sit at a table with a knife and fork rather than watching television while they're eating the meal. So yeah, we've had a massive impact. This cafe is really successful, and that's mainly because we've been taken under the wing of the local community. The local community trust us. We've been here for a while now. They know the food's really good, so they can come in at any time and get a good hot meal. And they also know that we're non-judgmental. Anybody is welcome. We're keen not to be seen as a food bank or a soup kitchen. Anyone at all is welcome. It's a bit of a leveller, so you can be somebody who's just put 10p in the bucket because you're really strapped for cash, but you could be sat next to somebody who works in the building, who's on a salary, on a good salary, but is still eating here because they like the food. So we think it's a leveller, and you could be sat next to somebody homeless having a good chat, and that person you might never have chatted to before. And I think that's part of our success, is the fact that we are not judgmental and everybody is welcome. Challenges is we're growing, we're getting more and more food in, so the challenge is to be able to get that food out to other organisations that need it. So sharing the food is very important to us because we've got more than our need. So it's about getting out there to other organisations and saying, we've got this food, come and help us stop it going into landfill. Oh yes, the Real Junk Fair network has spread its wings, and it's not just in the UK now. There's America, South Africa, I think there's one in Korea, there are plenty in France. They're popping up all over the place. So yeah, it is a project that can be replicated anywhere. Every country has food waste. Benefits of being part of the Real Junk Food project, we get a lot of publicity. Adam, who started it all, is always out there banging the drum for food waste. All our statistics get fed back to them centrally, and that's used to influence food policy. They use it to work with the local university to inform government on the amount of waste that's going on in the country, because a lot of it we just don't know about. Future goals, the long-term goal is not to need to be here, because if we can address food waste and stop it being wasted, then there won't be a need for the cafe.